can fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, where the drums at?
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. This colossal, what I say is gospel. I cook this with love, they gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street so I could tweet. I came from nothing, I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up, I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself, can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man, we do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. Yeah. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and them wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is my legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this fast. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything.
DA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll go to Barkley again. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week. And then the Broncos and Jags, they'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a fourth European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. It'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks November 13th. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, Packer pressure, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to air one out. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, and complete once again to Watson. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. That's a Packers touchdown. Bo Melton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 62 yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Again, it's Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. After one, 7-0. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll run with Barkley. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And inside give to Jones. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. but give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 121 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A handoff. Barkley running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing, Jones. Going for the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Allen off the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Allen going to go on fourth down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Saquon Barkley running right. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are back within a score. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Here's a give to Barkley. Down to about the 23. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Running left, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. He's got him in, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Allen now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This one complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Allen going to throw. Touchdown! Bo Melton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive? Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah,
versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, it's Allen. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes will continue to pile up.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth. Now Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Another try for Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Gano the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll run it with Jones. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. That ball caught by Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 33 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try. He's got him in, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing now is Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's able to find Melton. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Allen to throw once more. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll go to Barkley again. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Boy, 199 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Barkley, inside handoff. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They don't go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's got this complete to Robinson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone. So we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround? He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they get the guard, John Runyon. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. So Allen's going to look to throw. He completes it to Jones. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, he's got a man wide open. complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Packers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.
Told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ACL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient.